Also streaming from that SuperTalk Mississippi app and your local SuperTalk Mississippi radio station. But don't forget, you can watch us too. We are on your computer or your mobile device. Just head on over to SuperTalk TV. And it's that time of year again for people to start thinking about new robotics grants program. Last year we brought this to you and it was a huge hit. So we got it back. Mr. Adam Hay is with us to tell us a little bit more. Hey, Adam.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I was just telling Rhino, I can't believe it's been a year since you came on to talk about schools and nonprofit organizations that had the opportunity to apply for these grants, but it has. Has it been a year?
Actually, the last time I was on with you was in the fall. We were talking about the STEM grants.
Okay.
This is actually a new robotics program, so it's very similar, but a new exciting opportunity.
Yeah, okay, good deal. All right, so first let's talk about TVA. Explain the background of your organization and how you're helping to provide these grants for schools and such.
Yeah, sure. So TVA was established about 92 years ago through the TVA Act signed by President Franklin Roosevelt. And we produce power for about 10 million people across the 7-state region, including much of Mississippi, includes the Tupelo and Starkville areas. And we do that through 153 local power companies spread across the 7 states, and they serve individual homes and businesses. But this program is basically open to all schools, private and public, and any nonprofit organization who serves youth ages 5 through 18. And all the applicants have to do is go to TVA.com/robotics, and they will answer a few questions about what they want to do with the funds. If they receive it, they can apply for up to $5,000. And if they are successful in receiving those funds, they can enhance their current program or they can even start a new program.
So this is obviously building off of the popular STEM grants that you guys did back in the fall. Do you see that is there a limitation? Is it a gap for, I guess, these schools? Is it technology? Is it programs? Is it actual equipment? What usually keeps a school from having a robotics program?
I think all of the above. You also got to consider if you have the equipment, you still have to have funds to enter these competitions. You have to have funds to keep up with the technology because we know that it's being updated. What you have will be obsolete, relatively soon. So it's a lot of different factors, and we're hopeful that by offering these awards of up to $5,000, that more students will have access to these types of programs than already do, and the ones that do have access to it, they can be even learn more than they are now. They have the opportunity to have more access to equipment they don't have right now, because we know these are the type of skills that will be filling the jobs of the future and across not only this region but also across the country.
Yeah, I feel like more and more schools are sort of branching into these robotics challenges or these robotics teams. We've even had a few here on Good Things from across the state that are heading on to like regional or even national sort of levels, and they may even be like outside of the school bringing a team together. What I love about it, Adam, is this is where you have like the band kid or the show choir kid with the football kid with the, the gamer with the, and they all kind of come together and bring their skills, and they're able to sort of accomplish this task of, working this robot. It's definitely a unique sort of team experience. And if a school doesn't have it, it feels unfortunate if funds are the reason that's keeping them from it. And you guys can help with that.
Right. And like you said, these are skills, too, that if you become really good at it and learn a lot, you can almost guarantee yourself a good paying job when you enter the job field, because these are things that are going to be needed more and more, and they're highly skilled positions. And if you are able to learn about these in elementary, middle, and high school, then you are really going to be ahead of the game, ahead of a lot of people like me who never had access to that when I was in school. So this is really a great opportunity when we hope to put our region, our schools, and our nonprofit organizations ahead the rest of the country by offering these awards. And like I said, all you have to do is go to TVA.com/robotics. And this is in partnership, I should have said earlier, with our BVI organization, Bicentennial Volunteers. And those are TVA retirees who also give of their time, efforts, and money after they retire. And we're able to do programs like that, like this in the STEM program because of that partnership.
Is there a specific age range? Are we talking elementary, middle school, high school that it leans more towards? Or really is it just about having a compelling argument on why you could use the grant funds, for wherever you're at?
So any educator at a school, private or public, and it can be elementary, middle, or high school, and any nonprofit organization that serves youth ages 5 through 18 can apply. So obviously there's different types of robotics education for different age of students, but it's all important, and this program will be offered to all of those young people. And the person applying just has to go to that website, tva.com/robotics, and answer several questions. But the main point is you just want to be able to explain what you want to do with the funds if you receive it, whether it's starting a new program or whether it's enhancing the one that you already have. You just want to give a good narrative and explanation for what you would do if you were successful. And I know from the STEM program, that's the kind of application that usually gets approved when it does a really good job and some type of detailed description of what they want to do with the funds.
Did you find that some of the STEM grants were leaning towards robotics, which led y'all to add this to your, catalog of grants that you give out? Or how did TVA come to the idea that, hey, this is also a gap that needs to be filled and we can help do that?
I think it was a little bit of both. Robotics, like you said, it was becoming more and more of a area that was used for the STEM grants. Every year you would see more robotics applicants, but you also see more drone applicants every year. You also see more 3D printers every year. So that kind of changes and evolves. But we do know that more and more career fields, more and more industries, even the medical field. We know for sure the medical field relies on robotics more all the time. A lot of surgeries that were very invasive years ago now are much less invasive. So we're going to need people who are qualified in these fields in the future. TVA is going to need folks who are qualified in robotics in the future, but more importantly, we need people to have jobs that pay well, that support their families, support their communities, because we serve the 10 million people in our region, and this is one way that we can do that and make this place a better area to live, work, and play.
Adam, these kids just don't know how good they have it, do they? With robotics and drones and STEM, it sounds like so much fun that we just not missed out on. We had our own kind of fun, but that we didn't have the opportunity.
I graduated 25 years ago from high school, and I remember taking a typing/computer course for one semester, and it was by far the most important thing I ever took, because without that, I couldn't have done anything I've done since.
I don't know if I am. Math is hard, me trying to do it, but I'm around the same age as you then, Adam. And I remember building a robot. I was sitting here thinking of it, and I still have a photo of it, but we did it out of cardboard boxes and things you could find at the Home Depot. And then we had to write a paragraph on what we wanted the robot to be able to do. My mind would have been blown to think that you could have actually created a robot that actually did said thing. Again, this was early 90s, late 80s kind of sort of thinking. So to come that far, to me, I think it's just really cool. And it's cool to support. You are correct, Adam, that just because parents don't understand coding or robotics or STEM doesn't mean they shouldn't encourage their kids to learn something they don't understand, because that is kind of where it's going. Kind of like computer science for us. Yeah. All right, so
this is going to be the kind of careers we're going to see in the future.
Yeah, and I think parents listening to good things too. If you think that your kid's school would be a good fit for this, reach out to which teacher would be a good teacher to reach out to. Do y'all see more like venture or sort of special classes like that are doing this, or does teachers of all kinds sort of reach out for these grants?
Many schools already have like a STEM sponsor, and the schools that already have robotics have a robotics sponsor. It can be any educator. It can only be one educator from each school to apply, so you can't have two educators from the same school apply. But if there's already a STEM person in place, that person is the most likely candidate to apply, but it doesn't have to be. If somebody else has an interest in starting a robotics program, they can apply. All
right, Adam. Well, you'll have to – and the application's through when, May 15th?
May 15th, so you've got about 4 to 5 weeks left.
4 to 5 weeks left to get the word out, and then if a Mississippi school is selected, you'll have to let us know.
I will.
All righty, and one more time, what's that website?
TVA.com/robotics.
All righty, I appreciate your time.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me.